What's up, guys? Iceman Hell. Welcome to the Diablo Research Institution. If you will like this video, subscribe to the page, hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And let me know in the comments, what do you think of Season 1 thus far? And be honest, okay? So I put a few hours in, I'm not sure how much. I wasn't rushing or anything. I made a sorcerer, and I know they're probably far from optimal, as well as this build. I'm just messing around. But I found some interesting things. And it's actually been a pretty good time. When I'm not just looking up guides and just making it the way you're supposed to make it to be fully optimal or whatever. When you're playing a game, apparently, it's actually not counterintuitive exactly to just kind of do what you want to do and find the enjoyment factor. Alright? Because it's been okay. I mean, there's a lot of flaws, right? The patch probably really sucks overall. What is the end game? But with all those questions, remember, there is Path of Exile 2 coming out next year, okay? So perhaps all of our problems will be solved then. And there's Project Diablo 2 going on right now, which very well could be the best way to play Diablo as of right now. But nonetheless, I wanted to have a sorcerer that just froze shit all around her, right? So I started out using this other thing right here. Check this out. Well, let me pop on the fireball thing. I'm gonna show you what I was doing initially. This fireball enchantment is pretty cool. When you kill an enemy, they explode in a fireball for 50% of its damage. Now, I was using fireball with that. So I was shooting fireballs around and just killing shit, and enemies were just exploding with another fireball that did 50% of its damage. But watch all the fireballs. Look at that. It's pretty cool. It looks good. Right now, I'm not really spec'd for fire. So there is that. I've found one legendary thus far. But here now is the enchantment that I have been using. It's the blizzard one, where every 15 seconds a blizzard forms over you and follows you for 6 seconds. And let me get rid of this fireball. That's just kind of a waste of a point. So this right here, Frigid Breeze, is it's a great synergy for cold damage. Because as you can see here, cold damage against vulnerable enemies has up to a 20% chance to generate 15 mana. So of course with this you want to prioritize making enemies vulnerable, which I think has been nerfed in this patch, hasn't it? I'll have to look into it a bit more thoroughly. I've just been messing around. But here's the build that I have as of right now. I have a couple shields up. The enemies around me, they freeze. I don't have teleport. I'm not even using an ultimate skill. I'm using Ice Blades instead. I'll probably switch out Ice Blades with an ultimate skill, with the Deep Freeze one. But overall, if you take it as it is, and you don't take it all that seriously, it's been kind of fun. I really haven't experienced the endgame yet in Diablo 4. I didn't really want to go that hard pre-first season. I don't want to burn myself out. So I still have some of that to experience, even though, really, isn't this kind of the endgame? You're running around doing bounties. You're doing the dungeons. It's just they're enhanced a little bit. But, I mean, I am looking forward to doing the capstone dungeon. I think that's a nice addition in Diablo 4. Is that what this is? In Diablo 4. The capstone, where even though everything around you levels, there's at least the capstone stuff, where there's a 50-plus dungeon right there you can do if you wanted to. You can do it right now, and it's a great way to test your character. I actually went down in there. I killed a couple enemies. I didn't notice a massive experience difference, so I feel like I'm actually leveling faster here anyway, so it wasn't really worth trying to kill shit that much higher than me just for experience purposes. Or for gear either, of course, because the gear you're going to find you're not going to be able to use anyway. But I mean, it's been a pretty good time, but I'm curious, how has your experience been thus far? So let's see what else I could max out. You deal 4% increased damage to vulnerable enemies, but yeah, the problem is I need to find a way to make them vulnerable, which I think I had before the Season 1 on my other sorcerer. I can't recall if it was from primarily from gear. I think there was a skill. Frost skills have up to a 9% chance to instantly freeze. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I'm trying to look at my fucking skills. All right, let's go to town. Let's go to town and look at the skills. So this is probably what I need to do. I need to use Frost Bolt instead of Spark, which of course makes sense for a cold build. But the thing is, in fact, let me do that right now. Frostbolt makes frozen enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds, so that's the one that I'll use. And then I actually have another skill point I can still put somewhere. But before I get into that, let me show you the skills that I have going on right now. I have Flame Shield, which is awesome, how it just melts the enemies around you. And I'm going to go kill some shit. I'll show you in its effects. So here's what Flame Shield does when you're by enemies. Watch this. Melts them a little bit, then you can cast your cold. And let me put Frostbolt on the left click. Later on, to my understanding, you can get rid of your basic attack skill and just have something else there. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. So there's frozen enemies vulnerable now, in which case I can siphon mana from them. Yeah, so this is going to be much better than what I was using previously. And that's part of the path and maintaining mana with this build, to my understanding. There's plenty of progress to be made still. But I mean, it's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to the capstone dungeon. I'm looking forward to finding another legendary item. I've only found one so far. Let me show you what that is. Ooh! Oh, the cash. I just attained cash. Let's see what's in there. Alright, some orbs. Ooh, I have 225, so I can gamble some goodies now. But nonetheless, I found Boneweave Helm of Audacity, a legendary helm. When there are at least 5 close enemies, stun them for 2 seconds. This can only occur once every 20 seconds. So I think you just go in their vicinity and it stuns them? Let's see if I can find a group of enemies, but I think it just automatically stuns them. It's not that interesting of a legendary. I was hoping for better. I was excited when it dropped, only to find that it kind of sucks. Here we go. Oh! Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's helpful. And here's the cooldown now. Close, stun, not ready. Just called close, stun. Kind of a cheap way to have a legendary effect, but that's it. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think about Season 1 so far. Let me know in the comments. And I'm going to be making more videos on this character. I'm 29 now, so that's exciting because one more level and I can use my second and last enchantment. I'm not sure what I'm going to try just yet. Maybe an Ice Shards one or something. But appreciate you guys. Like the video if you will. Subscribe to the page. More videos to come. Peace be with you.